Hello everyone, welcome to the Stealing Insights channel. So for this question, you can decide to change anything, as I said previously. So for this question, I'll just decide to make a factor out of P instead of R that we've been using the last variable. So P equals minus Q minus R. That is equals minus Q plus R, right? Is that okay? So when we substitute this into the numerator, we're going to be having P square, which we can change immediately to become minus Q plus R square plus Q square plus R square, right? So now, for the sake of this class, I want to bring this to our notice that going forward, to ease our calculation for you not to be beating around the bush, there is a formula that speaks to anything that is in square here. But first, before I bring about that, I want to establish again that this negative and this negative, meaning we're having this multiplied by negative Q plus R. Negative multiplied by negative give us positive. So we can rewrite this to become this Q plus R square plus Q square plus R square. Now for me, I don't need to solve this one after the other the way I've solved before. I can easily do this 2QR plus R square. That's the same thing we're going to get. So let me quickly do a breakdown of what I've just done now. Q plus R, Q plus R, right? Now Q plus R, Q plus R, Q times Q will give you Q square. Q times R will give you plus QR, right? R times Q will give you plus QR. Then R times R will give you R square. So by the time you see this, you see Q square. QR plus QR will give you 2QR. Then R square will give you this. So it's something you can just know. What's the formula to get this? Is that you are saying you are squaring this, then you say 2 times 2 is multiplying the 2. But when there is a negative sign in between for the square, the negative sign will be here. So that's just the simple way to go about it. Now, moving forward, you are saying this Q square plus R square. So we have replicated this with this and all of this. So by the time you collect like terms here, you're having Q square plus Q square, you're having 2Q square. R square plus R square, you're having 2R square. And you're having 2QR here, right? So if you collect like terms, you're having Q square plus R square plus QR. So this for the numerator. Now, we want to get the value that will align for the denominator now. To get the value that will align for the denominator, now we're having PQ plus QR plus RP for the denominator. So the denominator is PQ plus QR plus RP, right? Okay, so by the time we will be replacing this, our P to represent this, we are saying Q minus Q plus R, right? That's what it means. Plus QR plus R minus Q plus R. By the time we take this out, it will give us minus Q plus R plus QR minus times plus will give you minus R Q plus R, right? So let's multiply out. So multiplying this out, minus Q times Q will give you minus Q square. Minus Q times R will give you minus QR. Then we have plus QR, which is this. Then minus Q times this will give you minus QR. then minus q times this will give you minus r squared. Okay, so once we have this, we now have minus q squared minus qr plus qr will give you 0. We'll be left with 1 minus qr minus r squared. We can easily factorize out minus, since minus is common in between them. The second thing we can do is to rearrange it to meet up with this, since it is like that. So we can say minus outside q square plus r square plus qr. So the denominator gives us this. Now, in order to finalize on this request, we'll have 2 q square plus r square plus qr as the numerator. Then we have minus q square plus r square plus qr as the denominator. This cancels this out. Then the final answer to the question is minus 2. So that gives us the answer to the question, minus 2. So if you like the question, it's actually tasking to you, and you feel like you need to solve more or do more, kindly reach out to us to give more questions around this that you can lay your hands on. So I'm having one more question here that I would love us to solve if you are opportune, and I hope you won't feel tired about it. It's simple, very simple. Given that a plus b plus c equals to 0, evaluate a raised to power 4 plus b raised to power 4 plus c raised to power 4 divided by a plus b square plus b plus c square plus c plus a square. So thank you for watching. I will advise you lay your hands on these questions and see how easy it is. We can just solve in a jiffy. Thank you and bye bye. Ensure to subscribe and ensure to give us a thumbs up.